What's going on, y'all? So, listen, I just got through watching M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. Okay, now honestly, a part of me did want to go see this just because I was like, what is this really about, and how was this going to go? Okay. Also, another part of me is actually glad that I did not waste my money to go see it at the movie theaters, but I kind of did because I rented it out, and it probably cost as much as the same, okay, as I would have went to the movie theater. So there's that. But anyway, M. Night Shyamalan. That is one of the directors. Listen, this ain't gonna be long, but at the same time, let's just talk about M. Night. Put down in the comments what is your worst movie from M. Night Shyamalan, and what is your favorite movie from M. Night Shyamalan. Listen, he had me when he did Signs, okay? He even had me a little bit when he did Lady in the Lake or something like that. That movie was confusing a little bit, but I was younger when it came out, but I still kind of liked it. Okay, okay. He did a few other things, you know what I'm saying? And it's like 98 or 95%. I'm going to give him 95. 95% of his movies just don't be hitting, and I just be like, what is going on? He is a director that gets away with a lot of weird stuff that don't make sense at all. The movie Old, okay? When you first look at it, you're like, oh, okay, but then you look at it again, you're like, this is dumb. Like, I get what you're trying to do, but this is dumb, okay? But you know where he really truly lost me at? He really truly lost me when he did Airbender, the last Airbender movie. And I was so disappointed. Like, it's okay if a director or whatever do a movie and all this stuff, but I would expect if you are trying to do a project that, holds very well weight in a certain community and is so significant to a lot of people, the anime people don't play, okay? They don't play. And I'm not even an anime girl, and I don't know if you consider it The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra and all them anime, but baby, them the ones that I actually sat and watched all seasons of, okay? And actually read some of the comics, okay? The books, And I was just like, I'm sorry. When I heard he was doing this, I was like, how is this going to work? Meanwhile, all of this was happening, and then you seeing the whole debacle with the cast, and they couldn't even get the names right. They couldn't pronounce the names the way that they were supposed to be pronounced, and they whitewashed the whole. It was crazy. It was crazy, and for that, and then you didn't even know nothing about what the story was about. Okay, you didn't do your research or anything. You get in the interviews and saying you ain't know nothing about it. The reason why you did this was because your kids liked it or something like this or whatever. I said that was one of those moments where you should have just said, you know what? That's cute now, but I'm going to sit this one out, okay? I'm going to sit this one out because this ain't for me. And I ain't about to go ahead and try to research it. So that's where he went on my ish list, okay? I just really didn't see it for him afterwards. And then, Old came out. I did watch that once it came on streaming. And I was like, I was bored with it. Moving on from it. Now we got another movie named Trap. Okay, mind you, Trap just came out, I believe, in the middle of last month, and it's already out on streaming. I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I rented it. Gave it a couple of dollars, and I rented it because I wanted to see what it was about. Because the marketing for it, every time you went on TikTok, you will scroll up and you will see Josh Hartnett. First of all, I ain't seen Josh Hartnett in a movie since forever, okay? And y'all don't remember who Josh Hartnett is. Josh Hartnett was in the Falcony, all right? Yeah, and he was also in Halloween H2O, and I think he probably did a movie with Harrison Ford. I'm hoping I'm talking about the same people. Either way, y'all know, look him up. And I said, you know what? No shade. He aged kind of good. He aged really well for a Caucasian gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, and we got to stop saying that, you know, um, we got to stop saying that white people age like curd milk. No, because some of them actually age quite well. The majority probably don't, but some of them you got to get some credits where they do. Okay, the ones that actually take care of themselves and all of that. Josh, you did that. You did that. So okay, cool. He actually looked like somebody daddy on here, and without even trying. And I was just like, oh my God, but you still cute though. I said, okay, I can see it. He looked like the suburban daddy that looked like, he's all for the family up and up and hey guys, how you doing? And getting the newspaper and all that stuff and being a good citizen in the neighborhood and the whole time cheating on his wife. He was giving me all of that type of tease. But we get into the movie, okay? And like I said, the preview for it kept on coming up on TikTok, and it's like you see them up at this concert, and then you realize, oh, they trapping them in there. I said, what this got to do with it was confusing at first. And so once I actually read the synopsis and I actually watched it, I said, oh, okay, cool. Now let me tell you something. The movie was over an hour long. Let me see how long this movie was. The movie is an hour and 45 minutes. Take away the what is it? The credits at the end. I'll say about an hour and 38 minutes. Okay, something like that. It was an hour and 38 minutes too long. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. For a good, let me see. I'm doing the research. Bear with me because I got it on in front of me. For a good, where does everything really start? For a good 55 minutes. No, a good 50 minutes of the show, the first half. That's it was too long. It was too long because nothing really happened. Okay. But I will say this. The movie wasn't bad. The movie wasn't bad. Now, see, I only really did not like one part, and we'll get to that in a second. That's the whole reason why I want to talk about this, okay? So basically, the premise of this movie, or the plot of this movie, or synopsis, you have this father who took his daughter to this concert, to this pop stars concert. Her name is Lady Raven. It's given very much like an Ariana Grande tease, probably mixed with the hysteria of Taylor Swift. That's what it was given, right? But she looked like, she can interchange. And come to find out, that girl, the woman who was playing the pop star Lady Raven, that's actually M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, okay? And she really is a singer. Now, let me tell you something. I looked her up. I didn't look up her music, but on the Wikipedia page or that little quick synopsis, once you Google it, they said that she was an American R&B singer. And I said, excuse me, what? Oh, what? An American what singer? Now define R&B, okay? Define R&B. I just want to know, because is it the music that she had playing up in this movie? No, because if that's the case, absolutely not. It's pop music, but I ain't even gonna lie. I'm really about to go look her music up because it actually sounds nice. I was sitting here bobbing to it like, okay, she got a little thing going. I was so shocked at that. I was so shocked at that. She sound nice. They had a whole production. It was like they did an actual real freaking concert. I don't know how they was able to rent out an actual arena or whatever, but they was in somebody arena and they had the arena full with people. Whether it was AI, whether it was extras or whatever, it was full with a whole bunch of people up in there, and it was very much giving the authentic feel of being in a concert. And so he took his daughter Riley. She looked a good like 12, 13 years old or whatever, that type of age. She's all up into the pop girls, and this is her, idol and all of this stuff. She was so happy, and she was having a bad time at it because some girls that she thought was her friends at school really wasn't her friends. They was talking about her and all that stuff. They had gotten to it or whatever, so the parents had to come, this way, the information and all that stuff, right? Or I should say the situation. But and this was a gift from the daddy because she got good grades on her report card, A's and B's. He said I was gonna give it to you. I was gonna give it to you. I said I told you, okay. And you know what? You get a point. You get a point, Daddy, because he didn't spare no cost. He got her flow seats, and I said, you know what? You did that. You did that. I don't give a damn if it was row 44, like he said, row 10, row 44, baby. You did that. Okay, you got her flow seats. That's what it is. All right. Meanwhile, I do like the fact the girls that was messing with her or who said whatever she said and they had their little falling out, her mama ran into him and was trying to fix the stuff. And the mama was giving very much Regina George mama, I'm going to do anything and everything that my daughters wants, and I'm going to let them talk to me any type of way. And I just really wasn't here for that. And we figured that out because at one point on a second time meeting, she basically flipped it on him and talked about something, you don't want to see my bad side. And I'm sitting here like, excuse me? He literally just said, we're not finna talk about this right now, what went down between the girls. We're going to take away from their moment. This is their moment, their time to have this to themselves. Let them enjoy this concert. And he was being very nice with it. He was being very polite with it. And she snapped off on him. And I said, oh, you're about to be the next victim. I can see it right now. But you got that. And then the girls were so salty when the little girl got on stage with to sing the song with Lady Raven. But anyway, you get all of this, right? He got her tour merch. He got her, the food and all that stuff. I don't understand. I'm going to be real with y'all. This always boggles my mind. People who come to concerts, even festivals I kind of get because you're there damn near all day. But people come to concerts and not the ones that come there on time, like, you're going to be 3 hours early or whatever. The ones that come there literally like 30 minutes before it opens, and then y'all stand in line to go get food, and then y'all bring it back. It's one thing to eat it out there, but then y'all bring it back to the seat. It be so confusing me because 9 out of 10, especially if you're on the floor, you like this. And so how is it comfortable eating that? And then some of y'all be eating so much. Y'all be eating hot dogs. Girl, when I went to the Honor Run, when I went to Renaissance, people was going up there and they was getting so much food, nachos, pizzas, and hot dogs and burgers and all this stuff. Because up in Soldier Field, they got a lot of shit up there, plus alcohol. And then I'm just like, you mean to tell me you're about to sit throughout a 3-hour concert without going? No, you're going to stand at a 3-hour concert without going to the bathroom? Baby, I don't do stuff like that, okay? First of all, I know my body. Lactose intolerant. No gallbladder. And that makes it worse because once the food go in, it's coming right back out in a good 10 minutes later, okay? A good 10 minutes later at the max. Because sometimes it comes a little bit early and it's embarrassing as hell. That's why I can't eat certain stuff while I'm out. Can't eat chocolate, can't eat dairy, can't eat nothing. I'm lactose intolerant as well, okay? You put those two together and doing that out there in the public, bitch, ain't nobody got time for that, okay? Ain't nobody got time to be going to a porta potty and all this stuff. No, ain't nobody got time to be doing all that in the regular bathroom with people waiting to get, and then they come in, the next person come in and they're like, oh my God, what the hell? Put an out of order sign on that one. No, ain't nobody got time for that. And then you drunk at the same time. Like, what? That just don't seem like it's fun, okay? And I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Y'all are bold. Y'all like to take chances, I should say, and y'all like to take risks. Ashley don't do those things. And then y'all got to keep getting up. If I'm going to a concert, I'm using the bathroom before that concert, and I'm possibly may use it afterwards, depending on how the let out is, okay? Other than that, 9 out of 10, I'm going to hold that until I get home, okay? I'm not getting up and I'm not leaving to go get this and to go get that in the middle of a concert or a movie, okay? Baby, if I got to go between, it's just going to have to wait because I'm not missing a moment. That man kept on getting up. Mind you, it was okay that, y'all sitting out there eating. This was before the show. And then you finally come in, you find your seats, and you're eating your pretzel, and then they played it out like a real concert. They had an opening act called Papa Bear or something like that. And then it was barely anybody in there. It was barely anybody in there. I said, that's real. That is some real tea right there. And then when the show actually started, he was up in there, and it was very much giving the way that he was talking to her. So, you want to do this, and what is this, and da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. He was speaking to her in a tone of voice as if she was 5 years old. No, as if she was 3 years old instead of a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old. And I was just like, quit talking to her in that sing-songy way. And I know you're trying to make a good impression, and you're trying to make yourself seem like you're this wholesome dad and, this good person and all this stuff to hide your secret identity. His secret identity is the fact that he is this serial killer called the Butcher. Okay. And the whole reason why they are there is because he's trying to make it seem like, yeah, like every other serial killer that was out there, you know, you have them that do their stuff undercover, and then you got them in their regular life with everybody else. And everybody like, oh my God, I wouldn't have never suspected that he did this or she did this because they were so nice. They were helping out with the community. They did this, they did that. Yeah, that's what it's called, having a secret identity, okay? It's never the ones that you would think, you know what I'm saying? They know how to hide it well. Now, see, he got himself caught up. He got himself caught up. He took his daughter to this damn concert. You kept getting up, and that was bothering me. He kept leaving. And then at one point, intermission, I ain't never go to no concert that really had an intermission that's like 15 minutes long, 20 minutes long, where I can have enough time to get up, go to the merch stand or go get something to eat, because them lines be long, okay? And then come back and still be there to see the next song? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They got up to go get some merch. They got up to go to the bathroom. They got up to go do this. It was just really giving himself away that something was wrong. And the daughter kept on saying, you keep leaving, you keep leaving. Are you okay? What's going on, Daddy? Okay, damn, I'm trying to enjoy myself. You acting weird. Like you being so weird. Meanwhile, when they went to that merch stand, this is the part that really blew me about this movie, and I almost shut it off. And I seen it in the preview, the trailer and everything, the videos, the previews that they put out. But I didn't know to how far it went. And it had threw me off then. But actually seeing the full scenes of it, I said, huh. Now, who told you black people do that? M. Night, don't do this ever again. M. Night had us fucked up, or at least he had me. Because they went to the merch line. It was this t-shirt that the daughter wanted, Riley wanted. They only had one left. This other girl said, oh my God, that's the same one that I wanted. And it was like, well, we only got one left. And she was like, well, I was here first. I've been here all this time. And I was like, okay, little girl, you know, they better than me. You know, Daddy, he not trying to bring no stuff to him, okay? Bring no attention. So I guess he was putting on and being like, you know what, Riley, just go ahead and let her have it. It's okay. It's okay. I'll come back and, you know, find you another one or whatever. Okay, cool. And so the guy that was behind the counter that was talking and who they was buying the merch from, a black guy named JD, right? With cornrows in his head. And he said, you know what? You are such a good dad and all of this stuff. And that was just really nice what you just did. And because of that, come back in 10 minutes and I'll go get some more. Okay. And it was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. But then he pulled him to the side and he was like, yo, what's going on? Because it's a whole bunch of cops there. SWAT is out there. FBI out there. They got this profiler out there, everything. Which I don't even understand why she truly was there. She gave me the tease of Mary Shaw. If you've seen Dead Silence, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's a movie that I've supposed to been doing, but I've been getting distracted by these movies. Anyway, so you got that happening. And so Jamie proceeds to say, yo, it's just a lot of stuff that's going on. And you know what? I'm not supposed to say anything. But listen, this is what happened. Don't say nothing, right? Okay, this is what's going on. So, you know that dude, the Butcher? They said that he might be out here. And so, therefore, this is a whole trap for him. Because they said that he was supposed to be here. And they was going to come and they was going to get him. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. So now he got that in his mind. Now he know what's up. And I said, sir, we don't do stuff like that. Black people, we a little bit too cautious. And if you do that and you're something is a little wrong with you, because baby, I'm not gonna get in trouble for you, and I don't trust people like that. We don't do stuff like that. It was just too much, and he was just so ready to tell. And I said, oh, your black card revoked, okay? Because we don't do that. We don't do that. And he told that to that white man like that. I said, excuse me, no. No, he was anxious to tell him that. So, of course, he comes back to the seat finally, and then you see this other pop star comes up from under, what's his name, with Parker. He comes from under the stage, or in the where the main floor was, and it was right by where Riley and the daddy was standing at, okay? And he looking like, oh, what about this? What if we go down there and see what's going on? You know, I'm pretty sure it's like some concert costumes down there and all this stuff. Wouldn't that be great? Bradley said, is you crazy? Is you cool? I want to see the concert. I want to get down there and I don't want to get in trouble or whatever. Like, Daddy, calm down. Okay. He was like, I'm just trying to make it the best night for you. I said, girl, stop acting so weird. Okay. Stop it. Meanwhile, after that, um, he winds up leaving again. He had stole James' card at one point. He's going and making sure he can get through here and get through there. It was this part where, oh my God, and I felt so bad for the girl because she was literally an innocent bystander. Okay. It was a couple of times where he caused a couple of distractions, right? One girl was standing on the steps at the top and she was just all dazed or whatever. We didn't know if she was sick, if she was drunk, or whatever. We never saw her face. Next thing you know, Josh Hartnett character pushed her. He literally just like this, boop, and then she just fell down that first flight of stairs. He was like, I don't know what happened. I think she was drunk or whatever. I said, what happened was you pushed her for no reason, okay? Just to cause a distraction because he looking and peeping and seeing about where all of the cops and everything is at, right? And so then it was another one where he came out and at the concession stand, you see everybody trying to get their food or whatever. And then this one particular girl that's working back there, she's trying to put the fries on. Somebody mentioned something about the fries and all this stuff. So at this point, Josh looking over there, and I said, I know you're not about to do what you're about to do. And you have to look at movies and shows or whatever. When they make it a point to show something or put the focus on something, keep an eye on that because that's gonna play a part. They put the camera and made sure we saw all them jugs of oil on the freaking counter because next thing you know, we see him using the key card and he opens up or he went into the employee interest because somebody had just went in there and he was able to go in there, right? And so at that point, he went over there and turned the freaking fryer, the oil up, okay, from like 300 degrees to 400 degrees. So it was bubbling so much. I thought it was about to overflow. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought he was going to do. No, girl. What he actually did was put a couple of them bottles of oil in the oil. And they were glass bottles. And now you have it going up astronomically hot. And it's just bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. And then the girl saw it. And she was like, oh my God. And I said, bitch, move the fuck back. I just did not understand why she just stood there. And she was just looking like, I said, first of all, don't try to do nothing. Second of all, you move back, okay? You see this? This does not, okay. This does not seem healthy. This does not seem like it's going to end well, girlfriend. And sure enough, all of a sudden you hear boom, and then you see a little explosion. Girl, the jugs and everything and the grease just exploded all over in that girl's face. So she probably got glass fragments on top of burns. I said, oh my goodness, you ain't have to do that. Only for him to get access to the roof. He stole one of those employees' aprons, got access to the roof, and, came across some SWAT team or whatever, had to get the code name. Oh, and when he get this code name, he just so happened to get the apron that had the freaking wallet, one of the employees' wallet in it, who had the card in it that was given to them at the orientation about everything that was going to go on tonight, with the SWAT and everything. I said, oh my goodness, everything just working out for him, right? And what bothered me about this, when they said, what's the code that you was given? And he said Hamilton. Why did he say that? Because again, Jamie asked. When they went back to go get the, first of all, you are in a stadium, or not even a stadium, you are in an arena. You do not let other people that do not work there in the back with you, behind the staff doors, even if it's just to get supplies, even if it's to just get merch or whatever. I said, who does that? Jamie should have been fired, okay? I'm not advocating for people to lose their jobs in this economy, and I want my brothers and sisters to keep on having it and get it in a legal way. But Jamie, you need to be fired, okay? Because you violated so much stuff. First of all, you violated black code by talking too goddamn much. That's just what it was, all right? Second of all, you let that man come in the back where you work at to get the merch. He could have you up back there. He could have shoot you back there. He could have did a whole bunch of stuff back there to you and everybody else. He could have plotted something back there. You put everybody in danger and you didn't even really know that. I said, oh my goodness. And you're just talking and talking and talking. He's one of those fanatics that keeps up with like true crimes and stuff. And he said he been keeping up with the Butcher case, okay? All 12 murders. I said, oh, he got pictures of it and all this stuff. And I'm just like, Jamie. He winds up telling them about the orientation, telling them about everybody getting a certain code name, or whatever, to take if the police encounter them or whatever, and they got a situation going on. So he told them, I'm not, don't say nothing, but mine's is Hamilton. I said, what the you're a cool dude. You're a cool dude. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I really thought he was going to take him out. I really thought he was going to kill him. And truth be told, we ain't getting nobody that died up in this. This is, I don't even know if they consider this a horror movie or just a thriller. Because, well, a horror movie don't necessarily mean, just because you kill somebody in a movie don't mean that it's a horror movie. But it's not necessarily a horror movie. It's a thriller, okay? But a thriller that didn't have no deaths. It didn't have no deaths. So I guess that was a plus. That was okay. Okay. He made it so that the daughter could get on stage with Lady Raven by coming across somebody that was working for her. And he thought it was just a regular person. And he said, no, I'm her uncle. You know, I'm her mother's brother. And I just said, excuse me, why we needed to know all that? It was weird that he had to explain the lineage. Like, you know, that means I'm her mother's brother. You could have just said I'm her uncle. We could tell, okay? And you know that was M. Night Shyamalan. So technically, that's her father, the girl's father in real life. But that was M. Night, okay? M. Night has a way of always wanting to put himself up in a movie, whether it's a big role. And no, it don't necessarily be a big role. It just be like a little cameo here, a little part here, maybe a little part there. He do what a few of these directors have done before. I've seen it with like Scream. You had oh my God, Wes Craven. He was in the first Scream. He was the one, you know, mopping the floor in a Freddy shirt and hat outside the principal office, okay? You see Stan Lee, he used to always do it in his Marvel movies and things like that. I think stuff like that is kind of cool when it makes sense. And so this part didn't bother me. When he popped up this time, it didn't bother me. But Josh Ash went over there and told him this sob story. First of all, he was just like, oh my God, this is a big concert. The concert is actually doing well. You work with her, right? Oh, this is great. She could start a cult or something, huh? It was like, first of all, let me know. My name is so-and-so Cooper, okay? But I'm here with my daughter, you know, and I'm just glad that I was able to bring her here, you know, after her having a bout with leukemia. He was like, what? And it was like, oh, no. She's good. But I'm just glad that she was able to make it here, you know. And he was planting the seed in his head because the little girl said during this one particular song, the pop star Lady Raven, she actually pulled somebody up on stage to, you know, dance with her or whatever. And she wanted to be the girl that get pulled up on the stage. And so he made it happen. He made it happen because next thing you know, Uncle Daddy comes over there and was like, hey, you want to come with us? Okay. And so they go backstage or whatever. And, you know, she do get to dance on stage with her. And, you know, everything was cool for the most part. And then afterwards, you know, they get to meet the girl, okay? They get to meet the little pop star. But you can see each and every time the stations where they're looking at everybody. They got accounting for all of the people that were supposed to be there, the number of men and all this stuff, because that's what they're looking for. And my thing is, how they know that the butcher was a man? It could have been a woman. I mean, I know it's very rare to see a woman serial killer, but I'm pretty sure it's a few out there now. I'm not saying now, but it's been a couple. It's been a few. Okay. It felt like a little sexist, but they was correct. They was correct. And the whole time I'm thinking, this don't make sense to me. And what I mean is, how is it that they knew he was going to be there? That's one. They don't even know what he looks like. That's two. So how would they know who it is in a whole sea of thousands of people? It's the arena's held over 22,000 people, right? And so how would you know which man it was, right? And I'm just like, Somebody ain't finna just pop out and say, "Oh, you got me, I'm the butcher." Okay, no. But this fool went backstage and he wound up telling Riley, hold on, let me talk to Lady Raven again for a second in private. And at first I'm thinking that he about to tell her, I said that she had leukemia or whatever, and I don't want you to mention it to her because, it brings back bad memories or whatever, and we want to keep it positive or whatever and stuff like that. Even though that was a whole lie. I'm thinking he's gonna tell her something like that. No, because he overheard them looking in the control room at the people and talking about how once the concert lets out, they're going to basically check each and every man that comes out of the door, right? And so he wound up telling her, yeah, this is this, and I used to be I'm a firefighter, That's what he also told Jamie too. I'm a firefighter. So I think he really was a firefighter. Then he started giving her facts and stuff about CO2 and carbon monoxide, how it really is good for you, and it's just too much of it. It's just really harmful, or some shit like that. And I'm just like, excuse me, what is going on? Mind you, earlier he saw her taking a hit off of her asthma pump. And I was just like, what is happening? And she was like, what? And he wound up showing her. First he said, I believe y'all looking for me. And you found me. And she was confused at first. And then he showed her this live video on his phone of his latest victim, this guy named Spencer that he had tied up in this room in a basement. And with one hit of a button, he would just let go a whole bunch of carbon monoxide to kill him, right? The gas to kill him. If she didn't do what he said, what he wanted. And what he wanted her to do was to tell them that, hey, they're going to drive with me out in my limo and I'm going to drop them off where they need to go. And so she was scared a little bit, but she wasn't really trying to show it. Now, prior to that, one person that I did not expect to see in this movie at all, and every time I see him in a movie, I'd be so shocked because I'm like, where did you come from? You don't make music no more? You don't make music no more? The movie thing a little bit more beneficial at this point, and I feel you on that. Kid Cudi. He played the pop star, the gay pop star, the thinker. Platinum blonde wig on his head, and he was an evil bitch. I mean, just talking to his assistant all nasty. I didn't want this type of kombucha. I wanted this kombucha, you stupid bitch. Knock on the door, goddammit. Knock a little bit harder. I said, bitch, excuse me. But then he switched up when he saw Lady Raven. Hey, girl, everything was all good. But when he left and he came across Josh and Riley, he was nice to Riley, gave her a little fist bump, and then saw Josh. It was staring him down, and he did like this, and then he made sure he could see his ass while he was walking away. And the next thing you know, you hear, "Ooh, Zaddy," and I said, You know what? Some people may say something about, and see, this is what I can't stand. I really cannot stand when certain men, especially the black men, they go out their way to play certain characters that I guess you could say is unconventional or not for society, what society deems, masculine or what it's supposed to be. So of course, when you get like these rap stars or these pop stars and they going out and they doing things that's out of the normal, what you would think, playing a gay character or supporting LGBT functions like NLE Chopper. He was out there at Gay Pride in Atlanta. I see absolutely nothing wrong with supporting a community that gives you the most support, right? It doesn't mean that you're gay. It doesn't mean that you are curious. It just means that you respect people, okay? But for some reason, it's a whole bunch of niggas and other people that do not understand that fact. And if you associate anyway with the LGBT, you are considered gay or funny or sus, as they say, and I hate that. I really hate that. And so I'm, in a sense, I'm kind of glad that this movie didn't get too acclaimed or whatever, and that certain people didn't get a hand on it, because I knew they would have did something with Cudi, talked about him and all this stuff for playing the character that he's played. Because they always saying, "Oh, y'all don't see the agenda. Y'all don't see the agenda." Y'all, and it's my mic. Okay, just to let y'all know. There's no agenda. There's no agenda, y'all. I just want y'all to understand that gay people been around since the beginning of time. That's just I'm sorry, that's just what it is. And I know for some of y'all it's a hard thing to accept. But the fact of it is, gay people, trans people, bi people, poly people, pansexual people, all of the QIAT and OP people, we've been around since the beginning of time, okay? And that's just that. Right? And we're not going anywhere, just like heterosexual people are not going anywhere. Nobody is lacking. Nobody is feminizing anything. Nobody is emasculating. Nobody is taking this or taking that. It's enough to go around. And everybody can be who the fuck they want to be. I'm sorry I had to go off on a tangent, but see, Kid Cudi, I like that. He was funny to me. When he popped up in X, I said, "Excuse me." Okay, okay. You know what? I still got to see Maxine. Pearl was crazy. Have y'all seen the trilogy? Is Maxine worth it? I mean, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna finish it, but you know, I'd like to know your opinion. You know, but anyway, so yeah, you got that, and he basically used her as a way to get out from under being caught from the police because at one point he overheard a meeting that he's overheard a meeting that the group of police was talking about him, and he wound up stealing a walkie-talkie. He wound up overhearing the profiler say, you know, he's pinned in the corner, whatever. He's gonna panic. He's probably gonna start a panic. Probably gonna do something like cause a situation to happen or pull the fire line to cause a mass hysteria, and you're gonna have a whole bunch of people running out or whatever. You gotta stay calm and all that stuff. Baby, he heard all this, so therefore he wasn't gonna do it because he was about to pull that fire line, and so he switched it up. And now it's plan B, CBE, which was get the pop star to get us out of this venue. And he was like, you could drive us right there at the corner. There go where our car at, right? Next thing you know, she flipped it and said, yo, Riley, you want me to go to your house? You want to show me your house? And he looking like, ain't this about a bitch? And let me just tell you something. He kept on threatening her with um pressing a button to kill that boy. First of all, you're not gonna guilt trip me. You are not going to do that to me. Okay? I just want people to understand, don't do that to me because I will give you the answer that you are not thinking of. Because I definitely would have said, and they got what to do with me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Press the button if you're going to do it. Quit it because you're going to do it regardless. So quit playing games and just go ahead and do it. Don't use me as a reason. You knew you was gonna do it, okay? Don't try to put that on me because I'm gonna give you the answer that you're looking for. Press it. I will take it and press it for you, okay? Stop playing with me. So then, you know, they wound up going to her house. She called her mom and told her that they was there, they was coming and all that stuff. Mama and son is outside waiting for them. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Bitch, if my people would have rolled up to my crib, first of all, I say y'all gonna have to stand outside for a good 10 minutes. Let me dust it down a little bit. The floors is fine. Let me put these clothes up. Give me a second, okay? Give me a second. Let me close these doors. And okay, y'all can come in. Y'all can see. Girl, we gonna have to meet somewhere else, okay? That just ain't happening. So she was all happy and everything. And I'm like, it ain't clicking that all of this is just not clicking. Okay. And they said that she said something about how they knew he was going to be there because of a ticket that he brought. And I'm just like, I'm confused. Maybe I'm missing something. I didn't hear it. I wasn't paying attention because the wife explained it as well. At one point, they was up in the house. Riley said, you want to see my room? She said, girl, yeah. She was like, okay, give me a couple of minutes. Logan, come help me clean my room up. I said, okay. And then just come back down. They eating cake for the little girl. All right. And then see the piano. Lady Raven gets over there to play the piano. He is sweating bullets basically because he want her to get the hell up out of there, right? And so at this point, I think it was something on the fact that she was like, you want to take pictures? Let me take pictures or whatever with us in a way that she was able to get his phone. And then she never gave it back. And she went into the bathroom. And this is where he starts to lose his cool because this is the phone that got all the stuff that's going on with the boy, okay? And so she winds up locking herself in the bathroom. He going off behind the door. And the daughter is trying to understand what's going on. The wife is trying to understand, honey, what are you doing? And it's just a lot of commotion. And he trying to bust that door open and everything. And I'm like, what do you got on your phone? You could at least make it seem like, you know, that you're giving yourself away. And I just felt throughout this whole movie, he was giving himself away because he was acting so suspicious. Okay, you popping up everywhere, you trying to look for escape routes and all of this stuff to get out. Meanwhile, I honestly feel like he could have just got out without causing any hysteria, or he could have just snuck out some way. Hell, they could have left before the show was over with. But no, you got your daughter up on stage, so now you're backstage and you reveal who yourself is, and so therefore you put yourself in this shit. You could have got away, but yeah, you got yourself caught up. Okay, the whole time this is all your fault. And so she was in the bathroom. She opened up the app and she was able to see old boy and tell him to tell her something about the surroundings of what he saw. She utilized her Instagram live to, tell people that was in the area, if you've seen this broken lion and this blue door or whatever, tell me where it's at and tell me what street it's on and all this stuff. And if somebody lives close to it, can you get your peoples to go over there and get this boy out the basement because his life depends on it? Why was it a black girl to the rescue? She said, "Oh my God, I live right next door. I live right across the street from him." Okay, like, oh, this is crazy. I was like, "Get your people to go over there." And she was like, "I'm finna get my uncle right now." I said, black women to the rescue, all right? And black family to the rescue, because they wind up getting him out and he was back and safe and she wind up seeing him. That man bust that door open. He had thought that he had the kids upstairs and the wife. At this point, I had thought he killed them, but he didn't. And see, that was crazy to me too, because some of these little psycho killers, they'll probably just go on here once they get their identity shown. They probably would have killed the family. That's what I thought was gonna happen, right? It never happened. It never happened. And he had put them up in the bedroom, but then he had got in the car. He had forced Lady Raven into the mom's car because it's a certain type of car that they was looking for him, and he fit that description. And so the mom had a silver car instead of a black car. And then when they opened up the garage door, the mom and the kids was standing right there. And she was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" He said, "Wait a minute, I put them in the bedroom. How the hell did they get out here?" So they must have climbed down the tree that was in the bedroom or something. I don't know what the hell. They was outside. Okay. And so this was able to get Lady Raven out of the car. Mind you, she turned to his mom. Of course, the serial killer always got to have a mommy issue. He kept on seeing a lady. When he went to the bathroom, he saw the lady in the bathroom. When the girl got burnt, she was on a stretcher. He was hallucinating her right there too. And so now she's talking to him and all this stuff because she didn't read the profile and talking to him like how his mama was talking to him. Okay, fine. And so she was able to get out the car. Her limo was out there. She already texted the driver and said, "Call 911." Okay. The police is pulling up, her limo pulling out. Who was riding in the limo? He the one that's actually driving the limo. I said, what in the world is going on? How is he doing Houdini tricks and escaping and popping up in places that we didn't see him pop up at? And he got the whole SWAT uniform on. They get to a certain part of the town. He had her handcuffed in there, and she wound up breaking it. And the limo got swarmed by a whole bunch of fans, and it was like telling her, she was like, "I need your help, I need your help." And she wound up getting loose and wound up getting out the car, and the police stopping him in front, and they was like, "Get about the car, get about the car." Baby, they popped that car, them tires, and then threw something in, popped the window. He wasn't even in there. He wasn't even in there. You want to know where he was, though? He popped up back at the house. I said, now how did that happen? How did that happen? And of course the wife is scared. The wife is scared because one, she married a serial killer and she had no idea. But two, she was the one who actually gave the FBI people and everything the tip that he was gonna be at the he was gonna be at the concert and that he brought the ticket and she made it some way so it looked like he ripped it up or something like that. I don't know. She discovered some shit that was like made her antennas go up. He was like, "You probably thought I was cheating on you." And she said, "Yeah, but I figured it out that you really weren't. You was out here killing people, and that's just what it is. And I'm the one that set it up for you." And so, of course, now he pissed. He pissed. And at this point, he was about to kill her. Okay, but before that, she said, "You know what? Why don't we sit down and finish this last piece of cake, okay, for Riley's sake, all right? And I was like, oh, she put some poison up in that cake. She about to kill him right in and out. So they sit down, and she's scared. She crying because she feel like this is about to be her last few minutes on Earth, whatever. And he had the nerve to say, "You betrayed me. I have never felt so betrayed by you ever in my life until this moment. And you pissed me off so bad. You want to know why? Because now I'm not going to be able to see my kids grow up. I'm not going to be able to see my son do this and see." I said, you got your nerve to be mad at her when you the one that took it upon yourself to be a serial killer. Okay? That's what it was. You brought all this attention upon yourself. Mind you, had you would have just stayed home or had you just would have left normally like everybody else did, none of this would be happening. You brought this all on yourself, to be honest. And so at this point, he realized that something was funny with the cake. And he noticed a little dust, and he was like, "Where did you get this?" She said, "Yeah, you left your bag when they came and got your ass out the car, and so I had got your stuff, and I put it in the cake, and it was just making him drowsy. It was like a sedative or something." And so he winds up getting up, wobbling out into the living room. That's where the SWAT people was at. Two police officers out there. Baby, they tased him one time. And he fell on the police officer and tried to gouge his eyes out. And then they tased him again, and he just won't fall. And they had to tase him one more time because Miss Profiler Lady came in there and tased him also. And they finally got his ass down. They get him, he go outside, and then it was a bicycle that was right there. He was like, "Hold on a minute, let me just," and I'm like, "Y'all gonna just let him just touch this bike or whatever?" I was really confused as to why he wanted to touch the bike. Baby, they put him up in that paddy wagon. They had him handcuffed, and his handcuffs was in the front. And then I see, that's where y'all made the mistake at, because y'all cuffed him in the fucking front. You know, you should have put them cuffs behind his back. Baby, he sat there and he pulled out a spoke from the tire of that bike, bent that bitch, and was able to get the handcuffs off. And he was laughing at the end. And that was it with him. Next thing you know, they showed Jamie at home and realizing who the butcher was. And he was like, "Oh my God, I helped him," because it was on the news. "I helped him. I helped him. Bitch, I am never helping anybody. I'm not talking to anybody at work anymore. You shouldn't have talked to anybody in the first place." I said, "Oh my goodness." And then for his girl to be named Khadijah. I said, you know what? All right. All right. Honestly, the movie wasn't that bad. Okay, for an M. Night Shyamalan movie, I'll give it about a six. I'll give it a 6.5. I'll give it a 6.5. I feel like I'm being a little bit too generous, because I was very generous when I was generous when I did The Deliverance yesterday. And Lee Daniels really just kind of pissed me off a little bit, and he kind of pissed everybody else off as well, because what I failed to mention, and I had forgot to put the pieces together in there, and then I'm seeing it, and I'm like, you know what, that's right. And mind you, we offer this. I actually watch with The Deliverance. I've actually watched the movie a couple of times. And then I did look up the story. As you saw in my review, I gave the background. The lady was put at the back, was mentioned at the end of the movie, Latoya. Um, and I also saw the documentary that they did about the house called Demon House. It was on Tubi, and it literally just popped up. And I was just like, okay, fine. It never occurred to me to the fact that these were black people. Everybody were fully black people in this movie. Well, in this situation. They're in a black neighborhood, and all of them was black. But then with The Deliverance and Lee Daniels doing The Deliverance, he made it a mixed girl, a biracial black woman with a black daddy who's not in the picture, and a white mother who's ghetto-fied, hoochie daddy, hoochie mama, coochie cutter down. And I'm like, the real lady's mother was black, not white. She was a black woman. And it's like, why? I just found it now that I realized that it kind of weird. It's kind of weird to me, because it's like, why couldn't you just make the cast fully black? And I know I was saying that, it was a black cast. I was throwing jokes, okay. But my thing is, once you realize that information, how come you couldn't just cast it all black? Why did you have to make it the biracial situation with the white mama that's being ghetto, that only likes the black men in the hood and all this stuff type of situation? What was that about? What was that about? Is that because you felt like your a whole black cast couldn't sell this movie to the masses, and you had to get a white woman like Glenn Close, who people love, and ghettoify her or whatever, to give us shock value and make us want to watch it? I feel like that's what he thought. And then for him to say a character like Alberta, she's been like the scene or whatever part of the community that's never been seen, the fabric of the community. Nigga, what? A white woman who acts in a way that she feels black women in the hood act and dress and speaks. If you don't get your ass up out of here, come on, Lee Daniels. You could have just left that part out. You really could have left that part out because you pissed off a lot of people after you put that out there. But yeah. Anyway, that was that. Trap is cool for the most part. 6.5. 6.5. I can't get no higher than that because one, it's an M. Night Shyamalan. I have not forgiven him. Two, the movie dragged on way too long to get to the point. Three, ain't nobody died up in this bitch. Okay, I'm like, is somebody gonna get shot? Somebody gonna get killed or whatever? What's going on? It's some gore. Didn't see none of that. I guess that wasn't this type of movie. Okay, fine. All right, I guess. You know, and I just felt like the way that they got him there, the way that they planned to get him there, and it just didn't make sense to me. It really didn't. And I feel like he was the reason why he got himself caught up. So there's that. It's one of those movies. M. Night Shyamalan movies I don't take serious at all. I really don't. So you ain't even gotta look too deep into it. Is it a good watch for like a movie night or something like that, a date night? Yeah, I would say so. If you just need something in the background, probably, it's good for a one-time watch, but hey, it is what it is. You guys tell me how you feel about it. I hope you're enjoying your Labor Day uh off day. I really do. I hope you're rested and all that stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys later.